And nobody calls him better than that. The sound of John Forsland, who we're lucky to have in studio tonight. A big win over Detroit on Saturday night. Unfortunately, that wasn't the case Monday on the road. The Kraken now coming off the loss at San Jose. It's now time to turn to a few other guys who are keeping track of the team. Ian Furness leading the way in a segment we call Take 32.
Well, it's always a good day when you're inside the 32 Bar and Grill at the Kraken Community Iceplex as we get ready for another edition of Take 32. Joined today by Darren Brown from Sound of Hockey and Curtis Crabtree, Fox 13 digital sports reporter. And guys, let's start with this. 3-4-1 since coming out of the bye week and the All-Star break. Cause for concern, or still everything's okay?
I think everything's okay. I mean, I'm not, maybe concerned, sure, but I don't think we're hitting the panic buttons by any means. I think at this time of year, you just kind of go through that kind of stuff in the NHL, right? Every team goes through it where you have hot streaks, you have cold streaks. I don't think they're on either one of those right now. I thought the team was getting onto a hot streak here after they went 3-0-1, started to get some really good play from Philip Grubauer, and then they had a stinker in San Jose. So, it ebbs and flows. I think nothing to really freak out about, but could be better, could be worse at this point.
The loss against San Jose could be concerning if they don't get any points out of the games this weekend against Toronto and Boston, because that's a really big missed opportunity against a struggling team in San Jose. If they're not able to pick up any points against two of the top 5 teams in the league from the Eastern Conference, then it's a really big missed opportunity. But if you go out and get 3 points this weekend, 2 points this weekend, even split the games with Boston and Toronto, it's not as big a deal.
Fun time of the year, though. We're scoreboard watching other games in the Western Conference, and they're solidly a playoff team. There's no doubt about that. And you do go through ebbs and flows, like Darren mentioned, in the course of 82 games. Trade deadline is 9 days away. Exciting times. A year ago, this was a team that was selling. Are they buying this year?
I think they're buying, but I think they're being cautious with their buying, right? I think that they're not going to mortgage the future at this time. I wouldn't want them to do that, right? I think they're in a great position at where they are in the history of their franchise in year 2, being in a playoff spot. But I don't want them giving up first-round picks personally, right? I want them adding depth. I want them adding some grit. I want them, yes, I want them buying, right? I want them to show the guys in the room that they believe in them and that they can make a run in the playoffs. Are they true Stanley Cup contenders that they want to go all in and go for the biggest name out there? I don't think they're at that point yet. I think we save that for a year or 2 down the road.
I think I agree with Darren. They need to be strategic in the types of ads that they have, but they should be adding something. And not just Jacob Magna, which was a nice ad for them for depth purposes on defense, but they could still go try to find something on the forward side of things as well.
We're a week away from talking about that even more, because next week we will be just 48 hours away from that deadline. All right, we'll wrap it up with this. The ebbs and the flows. One of the ebbs and flows is going up right now, and that would be the play of Philip Grubauer. If nothing else, right now, you need a number 1 in the playoffs. They have, it looks like, a number 1.
Yeah, he's been great. He really has been very, very good. And when they signed him before last season, it felt like this incredible coup, right? The Kraken didn't think that he was going to be available on the UFA market. All of a sudden, he's out there, and all of a sudden, they have him in the fold. I think he's looking like the guy that they thought they were signing it on.
He's got over a .920 save percentage since the start of the calendar year. I mean, he's going very, very well in net for them, and he is showing he's capable still of producing the type of performances you saw during his last year in Colorado.
It's pretty fun to talk about this when you're buying, not selling, and when you're sitting there looking at a number 1 netminder. That's even better heading into the postseason. Aaron, we'll send it back to you.